guys! So I have been working on a project for basically all summer. This is just a little portion of that project, but I have a number of these wood blocks in a little bit of a varying shape because I want to make a few books made out of wood so that I can put them outside. So I can have some books outside and they can be like weatherproof and everything. So I am actually going to be painting these wood blocks to look like books. At the moment, I'm not 100% sure which books I want to pick yet to be my 5, but first step will be to gesso these. So I'm going to coat everything in gesso. So they're not going to look like wood. I'm not going to do anything super artsy that will make it like look rustic like wood. I do want these to like my best attempt at making these look like legitimate books. So we're going to cover everything in gesso, and then we'll come right back and we'll discuss which books we want to have in the garden. So that's going to be a super fun project. Let's get to gessoing. Well, I've gone in a bit of a different direction, guys. So what I did was I did go ahead and paint what will be the page edges in this like yellowy tone. All 3 sides are done. I was thinking of putting some lines in, but I'm really not sure how to do that and make it look like paper. Like this one and this one kind of have the wood grain that give that look already. These 3 not so much, but anyway, I think I'm just going to leave it and not put any page lines in. However, when it comes to the covers, originally I was going to paint the covers, but I thought of a new idea and I absolutely love it. So what I went and did is I went on my iPad on Procreate and I designed my own covers for books that I think Hobbits would have in their collection. So here's the sneak peek of I designed everything from scratch. So all of these designs are mine. I designed the front page, the spine, and the back page so that I can Mod Podge it on, and then that way it'll look like a book. I'm really excited for this. So first I have to cut everything out, and then we can get to Mod Podging. So let's cut it out. Okay, I got them all cut out, and I've got my Mod Podge here. It's a brand new pot of Mod Podge. One thing also, I fit all of these book covers to exactly fit each individual block because each of the blocks are different sizes. So this one is this one. So what I want to do is do the spine first. And I left all of the extra white paper. Oh no, it doesn't fit properly. Oh, that makes me so sad. I measured these. Man, what am I gonna do, you guys? Oh, I'm so sad about that. Do they all not fit? I bet you in printing it resized all of this and it wasn't supposed to. You know how when you print stuff, it'll like fit to page or whatever? That's not, oh man. Man. Well, that's gonna delay me a little. Now I feel like I need to give each of these a coat of paint in the color of the book cover. Oh, they're just not gonna look as good. What do? Do I reprint everything? I don't know. Let me have a think and I'll be back. Well, these just were not working for me. I tried the one and it just did not work. So we went out and got new prints made. It was the printer issue at Staples, so it wasn't my file. My file was sized right, but Anyway, we have new sheets that we need to now cut up so that we can Mod Podge onto our wooden books. So let's do that now. So I've got them all cut out now. And now is the time to see if it will all turn out how I hope it will. So I think my first step is going to see how the spine fits. I think this one fits pretty perfect. Therefore, I'm going to put it on after I put the covers on. I think that'll be best. So the back, it's still a little oversized, but I'm okay with it. I'm happier for it to be oversized than too small, right? So first step will be, we're just gonna take my Mod Podge and brush it on. I'm gonna go with the back first, because if the back gets messed up, that's easier to swallow than if the front messes up. So I'll start at the back. Hold it up to the light to make sure I have what I want, and then use this little squeegee friend to flatten it out. Okay, so far, so good. I'm going to let it dry before I trim it off. I think it's safer if I fold it over and then put the spine on top. I honestly do think that's probably a safer way for me to go, just to make sure it's all hidden when I put the spine layer on. Alright, so we will let this one dry. Move on to the next one. Well, I'm losing my light. It's like in the evening now and the sun's going down so early these days, but this is at the stage I'm at. This is the last one that I have to put the spine on. So I just glued the front and the back, and I messed up 3 times. Instead of curling the cover page onto the spine side, I curled it onto the page side. So I've had to do some troubleshooting there, but I wanted to show you how I am gluing on the spine. So in the same technique as the front and back covers, I'm just putting a light, make sure it's a light coat if you're gonna do something like this, because otherwise your paper gets so soaked, and then when you try to flatten out the bubbles, it'll rip your paper. So I just try to use my finger to kind of like figure out where it's gonna land. You have to be quick about it because it will dry on you. And then I'll take my squeegee thing and get the excess glue out. I'll go a little bit on the corners and then let it dry. So now I have all of my papers glued onto the books, and the next step will be now to go ahead and trim these off. So this one's not dry yet since I just glued it, so I'm going to put it off to the side. This one is dry. So then my next step is I'm going to take my ruler and my knife and make this cut. Use your best estimating. And you have to make sure that your paper is dry when you do this so that you don't end up ripping the paper. So now we have our book. I have to finish the trimming. I just wanted to show you my method. And apparently my method is not foolproof. But I have to finish trimming it off all the way around, and then I will have to coat the entire top with Mod Podge because this is going outside, so I need it to be durable and weatherproof. So I'm going to be trimming off the edges for the next little while. Now that they are all dry, I can properly show them to you. They haven't fully cured yet, but they are dry enough to show you guys. So this is the first one. I am okay that they look in rough shape because I was considering taking a little bit of sanding to them as well, just to make them look even more aged. But here we go. We've got this. This is the Foraging for Mushrooms by Farmer Maggot. And this is the back. Mushrooms are a great companion to almost any meal or even as a snack, but not all mushrooms are safe to eat. This guide will help you forage and discern between the tasty mushrooms from the poisonous ones. So that's how this one looks. What I was saying was I don't mind if they look old because they'll just be outside and they will be, you know, taking all of the weather that the Canadian prairies has to offer. So that is why they don't look pristine, and they won't look pristine long term. So this is the history of Middle Earth and why adventuring beyond the Shire is best avoided. This one is by oh yeah, this one doesn't have an author because it's more of like I don't know, like a compilation, an encyclopedia, I guess, something that's been collected over the ages, just kind of basic advice. I kind of went through the idea that maybe the Shire Press publication company put this out, so that's why there's no author. Knowing the history and learning the geography of Middle Earth illustrates just how messy and uncomfortable adventuring beyond the borders of the Shire would be. So this is the Shire on the Middle Earth map, and it says, "Stay here, stay happy," which is a very Hobbit thing to believe. This one is the Collectible Silverware book by Lobelia Sackville-Baggins. So this is hers, and I had the idea that Lobelia Sackville-Baggins is kind of full of herself, I guess. So that's why the back cover is like all about her and not necessarily about the book. But highly respected Lobelia Sackville-Baggins has studied silverware from across the Shire from throughout the ages. Her dedication and renowned reputation has also afforded her the opportunity to research silverware from Rivendell history as well. So there is that one. The next one, this was the first one that gave me the idea to do all of this. So this one is also published by Shire Press. How to Cook Potatoes by Samwise Gamgee. Boil them, mash them, stick them in a stew. So this is this one. 50 recipes to become a master at cooking potatoes. Whether you are cooking for a birthday party, uninvited guests, or a longtime friend, this book will be exactly what you need. Samwise Gamgee is a first-time author who lives in the Shire with his wife Rosie and their many children. While this is his first foray into publishing, he is inspired by his friends, the Bagginses, and just may try his hand at writing again. So there is Samwise. And then the last one, Hamfast's Encyclopedia of Gardening. Designing, planning, planting, and maintenance for your garden year-round by Hamfast Gamgee, which is Samwise's dad. There's the spine, and then Hamfast Gamgee has been head gardener at Bag End for so many years, and he is now sharing his vast knowledge of gardening and the like. This comprehensive guide will help you plan for and nurture a most successful garden throughout any unfavorable conditions in every season. So these are the books that I'm going to have displayed in my backyard shire in the garden. So this was a lot of fun. This was a super great project to do. Let me know if you've ever done anything like this, or if seeing this you will maybe do something for your own garden. Maybe pick your favorite books and you'll just print out the covers and Mod Podge them on, or maybe you will design your own books like this as well. Let me know what you think you would do for your garden. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you have a lovely day, and I will see you in whatever comes next. Bye!